What's happening, everyone? New episode of vlog. Very interesting subject I'm gonna hit today. Um, it's about why did that cholo culture, the homeboy culture, kind of died off from the '90s. All right. Obviously, one reason is because a lot of fools got locked up, and the shit, the culture and Stilo kind of fell apart because of that. But it still would have been big because obviously you see a lot of this in hip hop, Bloods, Crips, everybody. But the homies have lost that, you know, thing. Now the homies were the biggest. Like everybody fucks with it. Like every nationality fucks with the homie shit straight up. You could be Asian, Japanese. Look at the Stilo, Japanese. Look at the Asian hoods, Asian gangs, choloed up, socks pulled up. Even the black gangs, some of them have like that. Uh, man, Middle Easterns, Armenians, Stannies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the list goes on. It goes on and on. And one of the situations clicked in my head. I was out there in Japan, and this kid, he always bought all the Chicano rap CDs, homies, gangster rap CDs, Southsider CDs, uh, all that stuff. He used to represent G'd up. He was into the culture. He was down for, yeah, he's in Japan and all that, but he was really into it. And then he said he talked to almost every record label, and he always bought from them, and they go, thank you for supporting us, we love you. But he said he started rapping, and then he started rapping. He said all these guys changed on him. They said, you're not Chicano, you're not, whatever, and you can't be rapping like this. You need to quit. Stop it. Buy our CDs. And he said he stopped buying too many CDs at that time because he was doing those music. He witnessed a lot of people hating on him after that. So when I seen him last time, he was dressed kind of a little different. I was like, hey, what happened to your G'd up stuff, homie? He's like, man, they don't show me love. I supported, spent all my money on music, on that stuff, and as soon as I started doing mine, they said I can't do it. So I said, forget that. I tripped down in him. I had a little talk with him, and I got him pumped up more, and he obviously was back into the mix. But yeah. So my whole point, what I'm trying to say is, I think what really killed the scene was a lot of that racism and hating going on. You got to understand, in the '90s, and this is fact because I'm from the '90s generation, there were Salvadorians that were homeboys. There was Brazilians. I had Cuban homeboys. I had white boys, straight white names, and they were homie, green eyes, blue eyes, and they were like my dogs, and there still are some of these guys out there from different nationalities. Had Asian homies. There was Armenian homies, crazy, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Arabs, Egyptians. I mean, man, do I stop with the list? Obviously, Mexicans, one of the most deepest because it's California. Salvadorians, all South Americans, man, Puerto Rican homies. I mean, there was all kinds of nationalities and races. I mean, I probably missed a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And they all were down with the Stilo. I mean, Kim Kardashian was throwing it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, like a representative of Navarro. But as time went on, the hate came in. Oh, you're not this, you're not that, you can't be a cholo, you can't be this, you're white, you're black, you shouldn't be a homie, you're this, you're that. And a lot of people fell off. Obviously, the real stayed real. Like, they stick with the collection no matter what. I'm still here, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people obviously, they kind of realization it turned into a racist thing. And it wasn't Mexicans or Chicanos hating. It was everyone against everybody. Like, Chicanos used to look at the paisas homies and say, "You're a paisa, you're not a real fucking homie." And then the paisas were like, "Well, you're a Chicano, you're not a real homie." And like they even went to that, Mexicans and Salvadorians going at it. Oh, you're Salvadorian, or you're Mexican, or you're Armenian, and not everybody just shitting on everybody instead of uniting and keeping it solid like how the Stilo was created to all be one. It fell out the door, man. It's a sad thing, and somebody had to speak on it. And the racists will probably don't like this fucking vlog I'm doing, but the ones that do, and You grew up in this. I know lawyers that I meet. I know girls that are doctors. They're like, I used to be a cholo, but I can't believe I'm not in that scene no more. I don't want nothing to do with it. They all abandoning it. But that was one of the reasons we lost our fucking power. Now, just imagine we kept that solid. The whole world will be fucking with our music because the whole world loves our shit. You go to Europe. I've been to Europe. They're like, oh, I love that. And some of them are still. You'll see fans from Europe, Algeria, different areas, fans from all over the world, and they don't know about that racism shit, so they still loving the music. But man, just imagine we had our shit together, homies. We could make a difference. All starting from Southern Califas, California, representing that Stilo, homies, Chicano, whatever it is. Obviously represent, show love to where it came from, the roots of Mexico, uh, Aslan, whatever areas, but it's just a unity thing, a solid thing, and everyone representing the Vado, and no matter what color you are, what race you are, this would have been a big thing, and it could have helped a lot of homies making money off this thing. And just like the hip hop culture, black, white, Crips, Bloods, they're all making a living. We're not. Very few are even making any kind of living, and this is the reason why. So my best advice is to everybody out there, man, support each other. Fuck the racism. People could hate me and they're gonna still hate me regardless because I'm one of those guys that they hated on, but I made it to the top because God's will. God knew I was a solid one, and God said, you know what? You're a solid one. You put your life for a lot of good people, and they're talking all the shit. So the more hate I got, the more higher I went. And I stayed solid. I stayed solid to the Stilo. So that's just my intake. I know I didn't get deep. If you like this conversation, maybe I'll do a part 2. Just subscribe to my thing, vlogs. Keep your homeboy Capone in your ear, and much respect and respect to everybody. I might have not said everything clearly, but let's keep that shit solid and unified. All right, Southern Khalifa style. Let's go, Mr. Capone. Oh.